I do. I love you. You know what this is?
Skunk.
Yes.
I'm not armed, Mr. Hickok. I'm not armed.
I'll give you 3 minutes to fix that. I'll be waiting outside.
I'm just leaving town.
You're not leaving town unless dead men can walk. The choice is his, ma'am.
Oh, Will, I was afraid of it. You can't leave me. You can't.
You've never seen the Indian tribes at war, ma'am. You've never seen men killed and mutilated and bodies of women burned and babies dragged from their mother's arms and dashed against their...
That's enough, Bill.
Oh, yes, Snake Eyes.
Hi, Bill. What'll it be?
The usual.
Ha! I was afraid of that. Oh, boy, does that look good.
That is good.
Huh?
How much longer will the Texans be able to withstand the ruthless attacks against them? Will the Phantom Raiders continue their vicious attacks and prevent the cattle from reaching Abilene? Did the bullet of the notorious Apache killer seal the fate of Wild Bill Hickok?
His story could crowd the screen with so many unforgettable thrills. The roaring saga of Wild Bill Hickok, America's greatest plainsman, the West's most famous gunfighter, whose reckless courage and blazing sixes were a flaming challenge to every desperado from the Badlands of Dakota to the gold lands of California. One man riding alone through 1,000 glorious adventures.
Get your guns on the table, all of you. First one makes a move on the way over gets shot.
I'll bring his guns back to you with ribbons on them.
You and Hickok have been pretty close the last 2 weeks. Too close, and I don't like it.
You can frighten the little boys in the sheriff's office if you like, but don't threaten me. I'm liable to forget I'm a lady and beat your brains out with the leg of a chair.
What are you doing to that woman?
She said she had to see you. Maybe you better listen to her.
What's on your mind?
I told you couldn't fight Farrell and his gang.
Looks like we're doing it, though.
Now, if you want to see justice done, you've got to take the law into your own hands.
Southwest, in the lusty days when Dallas was a brawling frontier town, when lawlessness rode unchallenged through the streets, and the badge of justice was only as good as the aim of the man who wore it. Into this wide-open outpost came Reb Hollister, gunfighter, plainsman, deadliest shot in all Texas, friend and shooting partner of the great Bill Hickok. Reb Hollister, in whose past was a burning secret that made him take to the avenging trail alone, in search of 3 men who had destroyed everything he held sacred.
Get down off that horse. Pop that gun off, it'll cost you $10,000.
Don't you bite on that.
You don't plug him, I will.
It's Gary Cooper as Reb Hollister, a man with only one purpose and a ready trigger to carry it out. Ruth Roman, the screen's most talked about new star as Tonya. Steve Cochran, Barbara Payton, Raymond Massey, Leif Erikson.
What if you weren't a wanted man? We're free to go or stay. What would you do then?
I'd sink my roots in Dallas and take her away from you, any way I could. Nothing's changed.
Everything's changed, Red. I can't let you go.
You ain't gonna talk your way out of it this time, Marshal.
You won't either, Brian.
Riders of the Pony Express begin their race to cut the dangerous journey across the continent from 180 days down to an incredible 10. And behind the birth of the Pony Express stood 2 immortal figures of the West. Buffalo Bill Cody, played by the screen's newest star, Charlton Heston, and Wild Bill Hickok, played by rugged Forrest Tucker.
Wild Bill.
You mean they do this just for fun?
It's fancier than shaking hands.
These were the 2 women in their life, Rhonda Fleming as Evelyn the lady, and Jan Sterling as Denny the army brat. You'll see all the spectacular chapters of the story that was the glory of the frontier, the Pony Express forerunners in the wild stampede for safety.
They're gonna give that express rider a big hello. That express rider's gonna get there before they think. He's gonna need some cover.
The Battle of the Truckee River Station, key to success for the Pony Express.
Carson, not Buffalo Bill, not Davy Crockett. I mean that one-woman gang from the tall country who told the tallest tales from Kalamazoo to California. Calamity Jane!
Without no warning, down they come out of them hills a-howling like souls in torment. Why, must have been 100 of them. Must have killed about 30 of them painted varmints where they got discouraged.
Yes, there never was a glibber fibber or a cuter shooter than Calamity Jane. She could outstalk, outdraw, outride any man in Deadwood City, except Wild Bill Hickok.
Only with you killing off them redskins so fast, I was wondering why the government even bothered to send the army.
Are you calling me a liar again?
Why don't you ever fix your hair?
They called her Calamity, but you'll call her Colossal, as Doris Day lights your life with laughter and song in an exciting new star combination with Howard Keel as Wild Bill Hickok, who gets tamed by the blonde buckaroo in buckskins.
Take me back to the Black Hills of Dakota. And my secret love's no secret anymore. I just flew in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty, but they ain't got what we got. I'm telling you, boys, I ain't a swapping half a Deadwood for the whole of Illinois. We'll be home tonight by the light of the silvery moon, and my heart's a-thumping like a mandolin a-plunking a tune. When we get home, we're fixing to stay, so whip back away, whip back away, whip back away. Oh, there was Santa's roll on over the plains. The curtains slapping and the glamour slapping away. Whip back away, whip back away, whip back away.
In the year 1874, a great white beast roamed the Black Hills of Dakota. It was powerful enough to destroy anyone or anything that stood in its path. It was hated and hunted. It was worshipped and feared. It was the White Buffalo. Now, the creators of King Kong bring another legendary creature to the screen. Dino De Laurentiis presents The White Buffalo. Starring Charles Bronson as Wild Bill Hickok, a man who feared nothing.
Again, Bill!
Except being afraid. He was haunted by a nightmare which drove him to the brink of madness. The White Buffalo. Will Sampson as Crazy Horse, a proud warrior. Sworn to kill a sacred enemy, the White Buffalo. Also starring Jack Warden, Stuart Whitman, Clint Walker, Slim Pickens, John Carradine, and Kim Novak.
This buffalo is mine.
That buffalo will belong to the hunter who kills him.
A thundering spectacle, a shattering experience. When two legendary enemies join forces to battle the greatest legend of them all, the White Buffalo.
I'm calling you out! You ain't afraid of a cripply old man in a wheelchair, can't even face you, are you?
Wild Bill has accepted your challenge. He's gone to some trouble to make things even.
Now, if you got any sense left, you just head on home. You, sir, will die.
This town, I really think it's like something out of the Bible.
What part of the Bible?
The part right before God gets angry.
Men wanted to be him.
You best hand over the gun, Phil. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to step over there and slap you around some.
Women wanted to love him.
I love you, Bill.
Right now, I love you too, Jane.
And outlaws wanted to be the one to kill the legend.
An awful lot of people want a piece of Wild Bill.
Wild Bill, I come here to kill you.
You wants me to show some color.
Don't do it, Bill! Jeff Bridges.
I don't explain myself. Not to you, not to nobody.
Ellen Barkin.
The man that kills Wild Bill is gonna be awful famous.
John Hurt. Diane Lane. Keith Carradine. Christina Applegate. Bruce Dern. And David Arquette.
You said that you were a horse molester.
You say what horse?
In a film by Walter Hill.
Be seeing you around, Wild Bill.
Wild Bill. Take a walk on the wild side.
Every man's got his demons. It used to be quiet here, a place where people could raise their young'uns without the fear of a stray bullet. Things ain't so quiet anymore. How would you like to be Marshal of Abilene?
They call him Wild Bill.
Name sounds familiar.
You're a liar. You live for today, hedonist, with no ambition.
And you only have one particular skill. Killing people.
You can take the path of a boy, reckless and careless and stupid, or you can become a man.
Things are gonna change around here.
No guns?
No guns at all.
Some folks ain't gonna be too happy about this.
You're gonna have to do something about that young marshal of yours.
I believe this belongs to you.
$500 to the man that kills Wild Bill.
I've been running my entire life.
You're still running.
Son, every man has demons, but the pain they cause is not forever. Not if you face them. Please. Only God can forgive you now, you son of a...
I'm done running.
Sometimes it takes a good man to stop bad people.